Dan Walker and Naga Munchetty's discussion of President Trump's motives after he said 4 female politicians of colour should go back to places from which they came has turned into a major issue for the BBC.
And every time I have been told, as a woman of colour, to go home, go back to where I came from, that was embedded in racism. Now, I'm not accusing anyone of anything here, but there is, you know what certain phrases mean.
Are you still told that? Do you hear that quite regularly?
Yeah. Not regularly, but, you know, I've been told it.
I know that you're sitting here not giving an opinion, but how do you feel then, as somebody who's been told that before, when you hear that from...
Furious.
When you hear that from him?
Absolutely furious.
Last week, the BBC's editorial complaints unit partially upheld a complaint against Naga Munchetty. It said its guidelines do not allow for journalists to give their opinions about the individual making the remarks or their motives for doing so. But tonight, after a row over its handling of the issue, the BBC's Director General, Lord Hall, overruled that, saying, "In this instance, I don't think Naga's words were sufficient to merit a partial uphold of the complaint around the comments she made. There was never any sanction against Naga, and I hope this step makes that absolutely clear." The BBC's U-turn comes after more than 40 broadcasters, celebrities and actors of colour condemned its initial decision as racially discriminatory treatment. Tonight, one of the signatories said the BBC needed to learn lessons fast.
Lots of black and minority ethnic staff in the BBC feeling very, very undermined and feeling they cannot trust the organisation that they work for, know and love in the way that they used to. Lots of those issues need to be addressed at the highest level really quickly.
It's also emerged that the initial complaint also referred to Dan Walker, despite the BBC's editorial standards director saying it was just Naga Munchetty. The corporation says that reference was to the final version of the viewer complaint, which was solely about Munchetty. After the controversy of the past few days, the BBC will be hoping that tonight's intervention from its Director General will draw a line under this affair. But there's no disguising the damage it's left in its wake. Neil Connery, News at 10 at New Broadcasting House.